What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about your Mercedes and the exhaust flap problem. Let's check it out.
If your 2024 or 2025 Mercedes-Benz is experiencing a check engine light for an exhaust flap code, do not replace the flap actuator until you check the PTCU software version and the mechanical seat of the flap itself. Replacing the actuator right away is the most common mistake I see with these new M254 and M256 engines. It is the definition of the parts cannon approach, because the real issue is often buried in the computer's calibration or a physical bind in the metal pipe. You will spend hundreds of dollars on a motor that works perfectly fine, while the underlying defect stays rooted in your car. Owners are often told the motor is burnt out because that is what the scanner implies. In reality, the software is sometimes just too sensitive to the flap's movement speed. Or worse, the actual metal butterfly valve inside the exhaust pipe has physically seized. If you just swap the motor onto a seized valve, you will snap the new motor's drive gear within a week. This issue specifically hits the 2024 through 2025 model years across several popular platforms. We are seeing this on the GLE-Class, the E-Class, the C-Class, and the new CLE-Class, including the high-performance AMG CLE53 4MATIC Plus. If you have the turbocharged four-cylinder M254 or the straight-six M256 engine, you are in the strike zone for this failure. The symptoms usually start with a simple, stubborn check engine light that won't stay cleared. You might notice a slight change in the exhaust tone, especially during cold starts or when switching between comfort and sport modes. Sometimes the car feels slightly held back during hard acceleration because the exhaust back pressure isn't being managed correctly by the flaps. When a technician plugs in an X-Entry diagnostic tool, they usually find one of three specific fault codes stored in the PTCU. The PTCU is the Powertrain Control Unit, which Mercedes also calls the N127 or CPC3 module. It is the brain that coordinates how the engine and transmission talk to the rest of the car. Code P13C273 indicates the right side exhaust flap actuator won't open, while P13C278 means the right side flap has an incorrect adaptation. If you see P140473, that points directly to a malfunction on the left side flap. These codes are snitch codes. They tell the computer that the flap isn't where it is supposed to be at the right time. Mercedes-Benz released Technical Service Bulletin LI49.10-P-080201 to give us a roadmap through this mess. The root cause is listed as various, which is engineer speak for it depends on which part of the system failed first. It could be the software's patience levels, the actuator's internal motor, or the physical exhaust pipe section itself. To understand why this is failing, you have to look at the physics of a modern exhaust system. These flaps are butterfly valves, sitting directly in the path of 1,200-degree exhaust gases. They are subjected to extreme thermal expansion and contraction every single time you drive the car. The manufacturer's design relies on very tight tolerances between the flat plate and the inner wall of the exhaust pipe. Over a few thousand miles, carbon soot and moisture create a sticky residue on the pivot points of the flap. When the metal expands from heat, that soot acts like a wedge, causing the flap to bind or move slower than the computer expects. In the 2024 GLE and C-Class models with the M254 engine, the software is often the primary culprit. The original factory calibration was programmed with very narrow window of acceptable movement. If the flap takes even a millisecond too long to swing open because of a tiny bit of soot, the computer panics and throws a code. The first step for those specific models is a software flash to the PTCU. For the C-Class, we look for software version A25490222611, and for the GLE, it's version A25490222811. This update essentially teaches the computer to be more realistic about how a metal flap moves in a hot, dirty environment. If the software update doesn't fix it, or if you have the M256 straight-six engine, the repair gets much more hands-on. We have to perform a manual actuation test using the diagnostic computer. If the flap sounds lazy or doesn't move at all, we have to pull the actuator motor off the pipe. This is where the moment of truth happens for your wallet. If the flap sounds lazy or doesn't move at all, we have to pull the actuator motor off the pipe. This is where the moment of truth happens for your wallet. With the motor removed, a technician will manually grab the flap spring and try to rotate the valve by hand. It should move as smooth as silk with zero resistance. If there is any grittiness, or if the flap is stuck solid, the actuator isn't the problem. The exhaust pipe is. Because the flap is welded into a specific section of the exhaust, you cannot just replace the hinge. You have to replace the entire section of the exhaust pipe containing that flap assembly. This is a classic case of modern engineering making a simple problem very expensive. In the old days, a stuck flap just meant a slightly louder car. Today, because that flap is tied to the emissions and performance maps in the PTCU, a stuck valve can keep your car from passing inspection or even limit your power output. Owner experiences on forums and Reddit show a pattern of frustration with this specific TSB. Many owners report that their local dealer simply cleared the codes the first time, only for the light to return 2 days later. The most successful repairs are the ones where the technician followed the TSB's logic. Software first, then mechanical inspection. One owner noted that they had their actuator replaced twice before the dealer realized the exhaust pipe itself was warped from heat, causing the flap to bind only when the car was at operating temperature. This is why the manual feel test is so critical to getting the repair right the first time. If you are out of warranty, the cost for this repair can vary wildly, depending on which branch of the diagnostic tree you fall down. If you are lucky and only need a software update, you are looking at about 1 to 1.5 hours of labor. At an independent shop, that might run you around $145 to $190, while a dealership will likely charge between $220 and $290. If the actuator motor itself has truly failed, you have to add the price of the part. These actuators are sophisticated little servo motors, not simple vacuum pods. Between the part and the labor to install and calibrate it, an independent shop will likely quote you around $450 to $600. A dealership will typically be in the $750 to $950 range for the same job. The real cost cliff happens if the flap is binding inside the pipe. Since the flap is integrated into the exhaust, you are buying a large hunk of Mercedes-engineered stainless steel. A new exhaust section can easily cost $1,200 to $2,500 just for the part. When you add in the labor to drop the exhaust system and fit the new section, an independent shop estimate will likely land between $1,800 and $2,800.
The dealership.
If you take it to the dealership for a full exhaust section replacement, do not be surprised to see an estimate between $3,200 and $4,500, depending on the specific model and which side failed. Have you dealt with a stubborn check engine light on your new GLE or C-Class lately? Tell us in the comments if a software update fixed it, or if you had to go the expensive route with a full exhaust replacement. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Master Tech insights.
That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.